What's up, YouTube fam? Today we are talking about my top 3 tinted moisturizers for summer that everyone needs to try. I'm filming this right now because it's very, very hot outside and I think we're all just sweating it up in this moist is a very unpopular word. Humid. Let's go for humid. We're sweating it up in this humid heat and all we want is breathable layers, right? They all have a little bit of a different coverage. Even though they're all light, they kind of go from no coverage at all, basically, to a little bit of coverage. And they all also have different type of finishes, so there's something for everyone in here. Another thing about these 3 products that is great is that they're all silicone based, meaning that if you're oily, you can pair these 3 with your silicone based mattifying primer and you won't see any creasing or any separation throughout the day because they go well together. Of course, silicone is silicone. And if you're dry, you can use an oil like I'm gonna do today because oil and silicone go well together as well. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Nats and I want my channels to be a space where we take an as realistic and true but also fun approach to beauty. I only do cruelty-free beauty. I upload twice a week, both about skincare and makeup. And yeah, if that sounds like a cup of tea, I think you should subscribe. You should join the fam. That's all I wanted to say. Now, let's get into the video. Okay guys, let's start off with some oil. As I mentioned before, I prime with oil. This is a squalane oil from Timeless Skin. Just make sure to really massage it in, press it into the skin, because if it's, sitting on top of your skin as a layer, it is going to make the base product that you put on move. So just make sure that it's completely patted in. If you want to, you can of course go ahead and mix the oil in to your base product before you apply it. I just prefer to do it this way. So for our first product, we're going to use the Glossier Skin Tint. This one is the lightest coverage out of the 3 and the finish is a glowy, nice, dewy finish, which makes it super suitable for dry skin. As you can see, I'm using quite a lot and that is because the coverage is so light. I'm going to use my fingers to apply this, and this is because the coverage is so light, meaning that if I use a sponge or a brush, a lot of that product is going to get soaked up into that sponge or brush, and this way I just maximize the amount of coverage that I can get. So Glossier say that this is a ultra thin formula that evens out the skin's appearance and it gives it a smooth and dewy finish, and I can absolutely agree on that. Alright, this is what it looks like on the skin. It barely gives any coverage, but it does even out and make my skin a lot more glowy and just healthy looking and alive. I'm quickly going to apply some concealer, bronzer, blush, and highlight, and then I'll show you the final look. Alright, so here it is. So to your far left, you can see my skin without any product on it at all. In the middle is only the Glossier Skin Tint, and then to your right, I have all the makeup on me, so that's what it looks like. That's the coverage that you'll get. Alright, tinted moisturizer number 2. I'm just once again priming my skin with oil. So for our next tinted moisturizer, this is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer. I'm just using approximately 2 pumps of this and then I'm spreading it all across my face to then once again basically apply the product with my fingers. I would say that out of the 3, this one has the medium coverage. I mean, they're all still light, but out of the 3, this one has medium coverage. And as you can see, this color is way too light for me. I ordered this a couple of months ago when I hadn't seen the sun for a very long time. But no worries. The thing about tinted moisturizers is that they're so light in coverage that the shade that you get doesn't really have to be your exact shade. If it's too light, you can just work it up with some bronzer. If it's too dark, you can lighten it up with some concealer. So you're fine. When it comes to finish, I would say that this one is neither glowy nor satin. Satin to me is kind of like a light matte finish and glowy is glowy. This is very skin-like. It's almost like you can't see that it's on your skin at all, which is something that I really appreciate some days, that I don't want just a glow and I don't want something to be on the matter side either. It's just a product that you throw on quickly if you want to feel a little bit more representable, if that makes sense. You know, if I'm going to the grocery store or something, I don't want to put a bunch of makeup on. Maybe I just want something to even out my skin tone. Then I would use this. That is, if it actually matched my skin tone, which it doesn't, but you get the idea of it. It's just a very skin-like finish. So I just compared to the color of my hands, and now I can see that it is too light for me, for real. For a moment there I was like, no, it's fine, but now I see that it is. So let's conceal it up, let's bronze it up, let's blush it up, and let's light it up a bit with highlighter. And here it is, the before, during, and after. So for our final product today, we have the NYX Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil. Out of the three, I would say that this one has the most coverage. It's more like a very lightweight foundation, if you ask me. And finally, this is our more satin finish. So if you are oily, this is a perfect product for you. If you are dry and you like a little bit more of a glowy finish, then just prime with oil like I did. I use it this way because it makes it look better on my dry skin, and I use it because I really like the finish with the oil underneath, and I really like the coverage, and I really like this shade. It's basically my exact skin tone, so I really love this product. And here you go. This is what it looks like. Just the product on my skin. As you can see, nice, healthy, glowy. Once again, doing some concealer, some bronzer, some blush, and some highlighter. And et voila. This is the finished result with before, during, and after. And here they are compared next to each other. So first you have the glossy one, to the left in the middle is the ColourPop one, and to the right is the NYX one. Alright guys, that was it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new. If you did, I'd really appreciate if you wanted to give this video a thumbs up. Maybe leave a comment, leave something fun. You know, I'm still a very small channel. Any engagement is appreciated. That goes for all the small channels that you follow. Engagement is everything for us, for YouTube to pick our content up and spread it across platforms. So just keep that in mind if you're following small creators, smaller accounts. That was it for today. I will hopefully see you in the next one.
Sweatshirt inside out, oh, water on my plans, and I just might take a painting, read every book, then I'll learn to cook from videos online. Oh, yeah, we all have been stuck in our apartments for 2 months too long. We don't even get along, but the world just fell apart.